Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk West Scranton baseball. George Roskos, the head coach, joining us right now. Georgia, everybody trying to get outside, get a little play going. Weather's cooperated a little bit more, getting some baseball in. Running into a little rain problem, but I'm sure you're excited to be actually out on the field with some of your players.
Yeah, we've been outside a few times. Every time we've been outside, we've either scrimmaged or played a game. Other than using our stadium for a couple of practices, our football stadium. But, we're dealing with it as best we can. The kids have a positive attitude, and we're getting accomplished what we need to get accomplished, and, just roll with the punches.
Let's talk about the senior leadership you have this year, Coach. You have a handful of guys that look like they're doing a nice job as leaders. Tell us about what your expectations are from them.
Sure. Tyler Jake's a second baseman. Matt O'Malley is an outfielder. Andrew Hudak, a pitcher and an outfielder. PJ Hart, another outfielder. Those guys have really stepped up so far and leading the way. They're taking control, and they're guys I can look to for a little hand as extra assistant coaches in a lot of ways. And we try to help them out, but they try to help us out as well.
And we head down to sophomore Cole Stetzar, who's getting a whole lot of looks and really a great talent. I know you feel pretty strongly about his abilities.
Yeah, Cole's outstanding. We've known for a couple of years. He was going to be one of our top guys in the program, and he's getting a lot of attention from professional scouts and Division I baseball programs already. And he's only 16 years old, wrapping up his sophomore year here. And, we're lucky to have him at West. And he's going to be everybody in the area that's baseball serious people that knows about him already, but he's going to be a guy that every sports fan around this area knows about. Not too long. He's first team All-League in basketball as well as baseball. And, he's somebody that's going to make West Scranton proud for the next few years.
George, how about your junior class? You have some guys that are definitely going to hit the field for you this year at West. And I love some of your comments you have in our baseball and softball preview magazine. You got a Ready to Explode and Under the Radar for Now. So some really interesting comments.
Brandon Muda is going to be our catcher, first-year starter. But he's working really hard, hustling, showing a lot of positive signs. Had a big hit in the clutch situation for us yesterday. Jacob Thomas at first base, real quiet kid, but he's worked hard at making himself an excellent defensive first baseman, and he's going to hit in the middle of the order for us, probably hitting cleanup. Matt Gall has been outstanding so far as a pitcher and an outfielder for us. Had some real quality at bats as a leadoff guy right at the top of the order. So we're really looking forward to big things out of him. And Cameron Colger is going to be another guy that contributes as both an infielder and a pitcher for us. Cam gave us a real strong outing the other day up at PNC Field in a scrimmage against Berwick, and we expect big things out of Cam.
We're talking with George Roskos, West Scranton baseball, here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Coach, when you get to the mound this year, tell us about the arms that you have, and you're going to need them with plenty of games each and every week because it'll be a very condensed season.
Yeah, 3 games a week is something that I think is going to line up pretty nicely for us. We're confident in the ability of all of our pitchers, but in the weeks where we have three league games, we'll go with Stetzar, Colger, and Gall, and if it gets to the point where we need to go with Hudak and some of the other guys, we're certainly confident in their abilities to do the job as well. Hudak started our league opener yesterday and gave us a solid 2 2/3 innings, and we're pleased with his effort. We went to a couple of younger guys, and we put Cole Stetzar in there as well. So we pieced it together. We're in a battle with Holmesdale. In the end, they got the better of us by 1 run, but we're still at the point where we're learning what everybody's strengths and weaknesses are. But we're confident when we get into the swing of things that the guys on our staff are going to match up with the guys on every other staff in our division and put us in a situation where we can be competitive.
George, after getting to meet some of your players, you could tell that they're students of the game. But I'm sure you're more proud, as well as the teachers and the parents of these guys, that they're student athletes. They really do an excellent job in the classroom, and Honor Society bestows a lot of them.
Yeah, every one of them is from a good family. People that that young men that their parents could be proud of. Guys that are multi-sport athletes, which is something that we all try, all coaches and all of our administrators try to emphasize at West Scranton High School. Guys that, I give an example, Matt O'Malley, who hadn't played football until a year ago. He never played football growing up, no junior football, no freshman football, but got involved before his junior year of high school and ended up contributing this year on Coach Fahey's team, and he'll have great memories of that the rest of his life. We mentioned Stetzar's basketball and baseball. Jake's is soccer and baseball. He's headed to Misericordia University, where he's going to play soccer. Hudak was on the soccer team and also kicked and punted for the football team. PJ Hart, football, basketball, and baseball. So, at a place like West Scranton, which is, got around 1,000 students, we've got kids contributing in a lot of ways, and that's really important for the school and the community.
George Roskos talking about the West Scranton Invaders baseball team Quad A this year, Coach. So how about as far as the league will be the same in the sense of there's very good teams in Division I and II, and as you go down, and baseball in northeastern Pennsylvania in general is pretty good. But when it all shakes out, it will be Quad A to see where you guys kind of shake out for the District 2 playoffs and possibly into states.
Yeah, looking forward to being part of the Quad A tournament. We got great programs district-wide, obviously in our own league. Scranton, our division, Bow, Crosstown, Delaware Valley, Wallenpaupack. But then we've got Hazelton, Valley West, and Williamsport to contend with too. So we know that there's not going to be any days off in our division, no days off in any of our league schedule when we play the crossovers. And that'll hopefully prepare us for the Quad A District 2 tournament at the end of the year. So, it's nice to know that there's going to be a challenge every day. We don't like to get involved with anything that's going to be just going through the motions. We want to make sure that when we take the field, it's a beat and even the small school programs that we play. Lakeland with Coach Pacini, they always put good teams on the field. We've played Old Forge the last few years with Coach Steve Day, and those are programs that are always competing for district titles at the end of May in their own classifications. And our kids know that we don't schedule any cupcakes. We like to get out there and get after it, and we like to schedule other programs that are looking to do the same thing.
A lot of Invader pride and that blue-collar mentality always from a West Side student, that's for sure, student-athlete. Well, George Roskos, we appreciate your time. We wish you well this season. Continued success there at West Scranton.
Thanks, John. Appreciate you having me on.
That is the West Scranton Invaders baseball team here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.